Good day, my farming friends. How the heck are you? Welcome to flatness. Welcome to nothing but flat ground. Kind of reminds me of being in my backyard here. All flat. Welcome to Flat Map. We are going to do a little, I haven't done one in a long time, a little mod placeable pack review. This is cool. This really is a dandy pack. Right now, I should have asked if there was any intention, but it's a PC mod right now, found at modhub.us. I will make sure I have the link in the description. This is a collaborative effort by JnJ Farms Mods, JnJ Modding, Kentuckian Jd, tailor-made maps, and Old Gamer. So this is a pretty cool placeable map or mod pack, and this is going to be awesome for people like myself. Like, I like to get on a map and expand the map, you know, create different places. This is right up your alley. Or for flat map, awesome, perfect for a flat map kind of thing. So here's how it works, and what you're going to do, and there's a lot of stuff involved in this. So I'll have the link in the description. You can read through all the stuff that's in here. There's, well, there is animal pens. There is things under miscellaneous. There are things under silos. There are things under decoration. There are things under shed. The only category you're not going to find anything under is farmhouses. So there's a lot of stuff here for 344 megabytes, but pretty simple, easy download. So let's start off with the animal pens first, and then I'll get to some of the cool stuff, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. But just different options. So if you go into animal pens, of course, I don't have any other mods downloaded except this pack. So you have the standard stuff. Now, you're going to get to some cool stuff. You have a large cow pasture, a large horse paddock, a large pig enclosure, a large sheep pasture, a large chicken coop, a large sheep pasture, a large horse paddock, large cow pasture, large pig enclosure. So you have all kinds of different cool animal pens that you can use. So I'm just going to start placing them. There's a large cow pasture there, and everything works. So if I went up there, oh, where the heck am I? I'm lost in flatness. So yeah, with some simple landscaping, here you have all the triggers. That is a large cow pasture. So go back in there. I'm just going to start placing them all here. You can kind of see the difference real quick. Here's a large horse paddock. Nice. Look at that red barn. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's pretty cool. Here's a pig enclosure. So you have that too. Look at that. That is a fine. You can have all kinds of bacon. Large sheep pasture like that. That's pretty nice. Large chicken coop. There you go. Ooh, look at that. Lots of chickens. You can have eggs and bacon in the morning. Now, you get to some of the huge stuff. This is a, which one was this one again? Large sheep pasture. Right there. Bam. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Now you can have a lot of sheep in there. Free range sheep. See, I like that too. You know, you can have just like a pasture of sheep. 1,250 sheep you could put in there. Holy buckets. 150 horses. Look at this one. There's another one. This is bigger than the other one over here. But I like that. The red barn too there. Look at that. That is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. You can have horses out there. Neat. Large cow pasture. You got 1,500 cows. There you go. If you want to have a big dairy operation, right up your alley. Look at that. Beautiful. And then a large pig enclosure. I didn't look at how many were in there, but that would be that. That's a lot of bacon. That is a lot of bacon, my friends. And that's it. So those are the animal pens. Really cool. I mean, high capacity pens. So if you want to have a big operation, that might be right up your alley. And then you would just, you know, like any other animal pen, you just, I got to find out where to buy them here. Oh, crap. Let's see. I should have paid more attention to it. Oh, right here. There we go. So I'm going to buy some sheep. I'm just going to fill this up with sheep. So there you go. You have some wandering sheep. Pretty cool. You get your feed trough, your water trough. Yeah, awesome. All works. Fine and outstanding. Have at her. I plan on using something. I think especially the horse one. Jump the fence. Look at how fast I am. Yeah, the horses. I think this is just cool. Something different, big. I want to buy all kinds of horses. Oh, crap. No, go back. I want to buy more horses. There you go. So you have some horses in there. Hey, horses. How you doing? Good to see you, horse. How you doing? Hey, come back here. So that's the animal pens included in this pack. Okay, so that's the first section. Now, let's go on to, we'll do the silos next. Now, these are cool silos. They are adaptations of the mods. Here you can see JnJ Modding. What they do is they allow for anything. So if you're playing on a multi-fruit map, you can fill it up with whatever you want. So you have that one. You have the grain silo. You have the big one, the small one, and then of course you have the extensions. Okay, so that, I mean, and this is not a multi-fruit map, but it will take you know, anything, hemp, you know, anything. 2 million liter, 500,000, 250,000. So you have lots of storage capacity. If that's up your alley, go for it. That is pretty darn cool. So that's the animal pens, and that is the silos, all in one pack so far over there. I'm getting lost in flatness. Now, this is where it really, really gets cool. Let's see. Let's do a couple sheds first. There is a couple sheds in this pack. The LCL 2-door barn. Yep. So you have this one. This is just a big barn. So if you are building a map and you want to do something like that, it's a cool barn. I like it. There is the picture of the collaboration. So very, very, very cool. Let's see. And then there was another one. Yeah, right here. There you go. This is another cool barn too. I like this one a lot. There you go. So you have a couple sheds in this pack as well. And like with landscaping tool, you can make this concrete. You can make this whatever you want to make it. So that's the two sheds. Now here's how I'm going to explain the very, very cool part. Under miscellaneous, and you're going to start right here. There's a lot of them. What this is basically just a sell point. It's a grate. It's where you would drive across and sell your goods. You have all kinds of different names options, and I got to give hats off to this. They took a bunch of their friends and used their names, and I feel honored to have one. And I know Sophie does too. Sophie's just over the moon. But you have Back 40 Country Store. You have Crazy Grannies. You have Farmers Co-op. You have Grain Masters, Happy Spuds, Higher Yields, Queen Lizzie. Starts Kiwi Market, Bundy Bears Market, Kaz 64 flavors. Kaz 64, of course, if you know, which is Taylor Made Mappy. Rustic Acres, the map maker of that map, awesome. Hey, and look at that. You even can have a Farmer Minn's General Store. How can you beat that? Kentuckian Jd's, Mr. T-Bone 39, Newell's Place, Nicholson's Grain, Nicholson Livestock Machinery Repair, Old Timer Dave Whatnots. That's kind of fitting, Whatnots. Parents Trade Goods, Rabbit Man 39, Six Wheelin' and Dealin'. Six Wheelin' Pop-Up. Sophie this and that. I tell you what, Sophie this, hashtag Sophie this. She was excited about that one. The Frosty Rose. Now, the Frosty Rose, I was talking to Old Timer Dave, and we think that there should be a sound file in here, so every time you dump it, get like a giggly laugh. I think that'd be kind of cool. Marcel's Place, Tiny 426, General Store, Aussie's Market, and a Vehicle Workshop, which we, have we done that one yet? Did I do this? I can't remember. No, I didn't. So the Vehicle Workshop is this building. You've seen it before, but it is a functioning workshop. So if you are building a map and want to add in another vehicle dealership and play around with that, you can do that. And of course, you put a vehicle in the spot and you can customize it, sell it, do whatever you want to do with it. So that is another cool addition if you want. So going back in here now, all these different sell points with the different names, they are the exact same. They're the exact same thing, but there is a difference when it comes to listing that thing. And they do, and you can sell anything here. So if you're on a multi-fruit map, you can sell whatever you want. So I'm going to pick Frosty Rose. Frosty Rose, oh, I like Frosty Rose, except when it comes to Wreckfest. Man, it makes me so angry. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to place down a sell point. So there you go. There's a sell point. I place it down. So right now, if I had some crops, which, hey, I'll tell you what, let's do that. I think I need to do like a combine demo derby on this map. Wouldn't it be kind of fun? Now, where did my sell point go? I got myself a truck and a trailer at the dealership. Oh, I'm going over here. I'll just drive right through the pig barn. But look at all this cool stuff. Cool animal. Hey, the horses are still there. Yes, absolutely awesome. So, let's say you're playing a Grizzly Mountain, Wilhelmina, logging map, that doesn't have a lot of sell points, and you want to create sell points for yourself and make buildings, you can do that. Now, don't go away yet, because you're going to think, well, that's just a thing on the ground there. That's nothing special. Well, you wait and see. Keep tuned in, my friends. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to buy some barley. So we're just going to buy some barley. I don't need to make it that big of a deal. But now, so if I'm playing one of those maps and I want to create sell points, when you go, thank you for fair saving, I appreciate that. When you go in here, now you'll see that I bought the Frosty Rose. So on the bottom of the screen down there, and the sell point, you're going to see the Frosty Rose. That is cool. And then, of course, you're going to see the the prices. And they're going to fluctuate. They're right in line. So, which is a really cool thing because it's not like you're putting in a sell point, you're going to make 3 times as much. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. The other thing that is when you look at the map and you go in there, hey, the Frosty Rose sell point right there. I mean, hey, that is pretty darn cool. So then I can just sell my my barley, whatever I want, anything. Keep in mind, you can sell anything. Doesn't matter what it is, multi-fruit, anything. So I pop up here, I get the trigger. I'm selling my whatever I sold, wheat, barley, I can't remember what I got. So I made $1,700. Look at that. Awesome. I can just do this all day and become a millionaire. Now, you're going to say to yourself, well, self, that's just a plate on the ground. Well, no, it's not. You wait and see. So after you place your little sell point, you can go into the decoration menu. Now, look at this. You have got a plethora of buildings that you can use as a sell point. Awesome. So if I wanted to make Frosty Rose, let's say I wanted to make Frosty Rose, and I'll go through some of the other stuff here in a second. Let's see. I'm going to make it right here. So Frosty Rose owns a mill of some sort, you know, whatever. Maybe she makes bread, I don't know. But I can place that using that. There you go. So now my little pad, sell point, has now become a building. And more immersive. Use some landscaping here. You put in some whatever, like a real functioning thing. I mean, that is awesome. That is just absolutely absolutely cool. So that's how it would work. And you can do this with anything. Let's see. I want to go back. Where's Sophie this, Sophie that? We'll do Sophie. Oh, Sophie. There you go. So I want Sophie. And I'm going to make Sophie go back into decoration here. And I want Sophie to be, oh, I don't know. Maybe Sophie runs a little hemp dispensary, you know. Maybe she's into that kind of stuff. So I can just choose this. I can put it, let's see. How would I do that? Right, like this? I don't know. You know, whatever one you want. There you go. And if I go into the menu, you're going to see Sophie this and that right there. And listed on there, Sophie this and that. And they're going to take anything that you want to sell. So that's pretty cool. It is a platform in a building. And there are all different kinds of buildings. Whatever suits turns your tractor. You know, you have a kind of a building like that. You got more of a industrial sell point kind of thing, which is kind of cool. One like that. You know, you got a BJ. So if you wanted to put in a BJ and sell your silage there, you could do that as well. This one I've already used. Now, included in this, you're going to have a little decoration projects here. Here's an old container. Cargo blue, cargo yellow. So there you go. This is almost like a, I don't know. That's a pretty cool one. So here, let's do that one here. I want to go back and I'll use CAS64. So I place that there. And then I want to go back into the decoration. I want to choose the building. And I wanted to place this one. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. Or was that other kind of cool one? It was beyond there. Huh. Maybe it was that one. I thought it was kind of cool. This one? Yeah. Maybe it was this one. And then I'm going to place that right in there. Look at that. That is just stinking cool, man. That is awesome. So there. Now I have another. Where did it go? I tell you what, I'm getting lost on flat map, for crying out loud. But I like the building. You know, you can make it whatever you want to make it. And of course, you know, up on the screen it says CAS64. So yeah. So there you go. You just push the ramp in there. I can drive through here. I can sell that, and it shows up on the screen. Look at that. Where did it go? CAS64 flavors. 64 flavors, just like Ben and Jerry. So yeah, so that is that. Going back in here, you know, you have more decorations. You can download this and play around with it. There are some cool buildings. If you wanted to pick a sawmill, you could put a sawmill, put one of those sell points there. You can sell your logs and your wood chips. That's kind of cool. You know, there's a hall. So if you wanted to put I don't know what you would, you know, whatever your imagination is, you know, put one of those in there, and you know, you can sell whatever you want. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing? Here's a Happy Spuds. Happy Spuds. Look at that big thing. Holy buckets. You know, use your imagination. There is also a metal pile. Some, getting back to some of the more decorative objects. There's an old silo. So if you just wanted to have a cell point with an old silo, you could do that. Queen Lizzie we used. Refinery tanks. So if you wanted to put a cell point in there for fuel and pretend you're selling fuel, if you had industrial, an ethanol plant or something like that, you could do that. There's a big sawmill hall here, so you can do that as well. A way station, so if you wanted to build the map and then put in a way station, to come across first, that's an option. There's a another kind of a, let's see, what do they call that one? Wood pellet model. So yeah, so you can put a cell point in front of that. Let's see, there's some more decorative options here too as well, and I don't need to go through them. There's a cargo tank. There's a cherry picker. So if you want to put a cherry picker to decorate, something, you can do that. Hey, look at that, a chimney. Awesome. A crane. You can have a crane, for crying out loud. Look at that. You have a nice big crane on your map. Awesome. Chain link fence. You can make a chain link fence around something if you want to. That's always pretty cool. I like doing that. I really do. I have a hard time getting them together. But nonetheless, fence wood. You have a junk car. So if you're building a shop and you want to put a little junk car next to it, you can do that. There's a couple of junk cars. Lumber pile, metal pipe, another old silo there that you can decorate with. A tire rack. So if you have like a little shop or something, little tire rack to decorate that. Water tower. Ooh, look at that big water tower. That's a big water tower. Now, you get to some other decorative options, objects. You have a church. So you can have a church there. There's a bunch of houses, residential houses. So if you're really building a map and want to make a little neighborhood in the woods or whatever, there's some houses here. These are all really, really cool. Keep in mind that they're just decorative. There's not a sleep trigger in there, but you could easily just put a pair of boots. You know what I mean? Right next to it. Now I lost track where I was. I was going to try to find that house. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Get back to the end here just to make sure I catch everything. But yeah, houses. A restaurant. So if you want to have a cell point behind a restaurant. More houses. A town building. There's a town building B, there's a town building C, a town hall, town store B, farm home, fire department. You can have a fire department, for crying out loud, and a gas station. Ooh, look at that. You can have a gas station. You betcha. Have a gas station on your map. Courthouse. Now, there are some trees included in this, too. So if you wanted to place some trees, you can do that. Round pot, gate, curved heel, whatever. So, yeah. So you have all kinds of options to go from there. So yeah, so that is basically the pack. So yeah, there you have it. I'm just flying around taking a look here, but animal pens, silos, cell points, decorations, an awesome pack, a great addition to anyone trying to update their map. Give it a little pizzazz, add some flavor to it. If you're working on a flat map, for example, or a logging map, awesome stuff. You have all kinds of options and all kinds of things that you could do. But that is basically the map by JnJ Modding and the collaborative effort, Kentuckian Jd, tailor-made mapping, and Old Gamer. So make sure you go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. It's on modhub.us. And you can easily download it, put it in your mod folder, have a little play around with it. I mean, like I said, it's cool. It really is cool. And if you're like me, it's going to come in handy. Trust me, it's going to come in handy. Like I said, everything works. Here's all the animal pens, the silos. Yeah, pretty cool. You could have like 5,000 cows. Holy buckets. So anyways, that's that. I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And hope you're having all a great weekend. Enjoy the map. Enjoy the map. The flat map. It's flat. Enjoy the a Placeables pack, and we'll see you next time. So long.